Hi, welcome back to Hyperstamper. I'm Laura, and this is a quick flip through just to show you the journal that I've made. It's a custom journal, and this is somebody who saw this and wanted a masculine journal. They saw this being shown on many of my videos and asked if I could part with this cover. I actually have 3 more of this book, so I was able to part with this one. Still hard to do because I absolutely am in love with these Paris, France Almanac Vermont. This one's the 1938. So let's take a little look at this custom masculine journal. This customer specifically asked for pages from this lovely stamp collector's book from the 1950s. And they've got the original hinges on there. So just some care when playing with these pages here. This is an original page from the almanac as well as the first page here, and the graphics are to die for. I also left in the ministers' pages. So these are some of the French ministers from 1958, which is kind of cool. I added this lovely little Victorian print here from a 1902 book from the Young Folks Library. And then over here, I've added just some antique paper. And here is a vintage image from the 50s. And that's from in another book that a cover was made into a journal. And then these wonderful Watchman's clock dials, and a little history of that in my other videos. This here is a little pull down, so there's a little space in there for journaling or keepsakes. And I got this wonderful, this photo is actually from the 1920s, and is very dapper gentleman here, and that's gonna live in this little pocket here. And behind it is a page out of The Joyous Travelers from 1931, and it's just got some lovely imagery in here and some spots on the back extra for adding to or journaling on. And then back here, a wonderful postcard, because this person lives close to New York City. I thought I would add this fantastic postcard from 1921, so over 100 years old. I thought that was kind of special. And this lovely postcard of a little boy saying his bedside prayers. Isn't that sweet? This is the 1923, exactly 100 years old. Circular Bureau Standards. Properties of ammonia. That is riveting reading. I'm not going to spoil the ending. It's fantastic. It's a real twist at the end. Humor. Okay, this came out of the 1890s edition of Sunday Reading for the Young, and it's just a lovely image here. Blue Boy, famous Renaissance painting, came out of the book Renaissance, early 1900s, and then just some really great images here that I pulled out of antique books. This is also from another Renaissance book, Renaissance art. So lots of good things that came out of the Renaissance era that are in this book here. Another wonderful page there from The Joyous Travelers. This is a little World War II page about some of the soldiers from Saskatchewan. Tea-dyed page here. A Portuguese stamp up here. Another one of these wonderful photos. Look at how many guys in suits can you fit on a porch? That is the answer. Another one of these fantastic little stamp pages. And there's a little history of that Blue Boy image here from Duveen. And another great hard page there. That's more of that Circular Bureau, which has this original thing here. It's a quad pullout. Isn't that fun? Properties of ammonia. Come on. I thought it was really cool, and I hope the new owner of this journal thinks it is too. It was quite special to get those pullouts. And here is a wonderful book on bookkeeping for gentlemen, and it's stories of success from the gentlemen of the era from the 1920s during the war. And here is a fantastic pullout of a very old map, and I want to say that is from, the early 1900s, and there's a little pocket in here to tuck in extra ephemera. Another one of these wonderful images from the 1890s, another one of these wonderful plates out of an antique book. And this is from a vintage children's book on the things that Dad can do. I thought that was kind of fun. More of those original almanac pages from 1938. More wonderful images here. Les moustaches. Isn't that fun? So we have more of these pages that were requested. Here's a great 1950s image of a knit pattern from a knitting magazine, and a special request for an Easter postcard, and this one is from 1909, also being sent to New Jersey. So I thought that was perfect. And this is a vintage page here on aviation, which is an interest of mine, so that's from me to you. And another one of these wonderful 1950s magazine pages. And another lovely Victorian page here of a little boy being carried through the streets, the heir to the throne of England. And another one here and here, super old, this one. And I'm gonna put another Watchman's plate in here for good luck. And this wonderful postcard I pulled out of an old photo album. It's a personal photograph, and they used to make those into postcards for the family to send overseas, especially when they were soldiers. And that's a US soldier there. And this is a vintage wine label, still intact. And another one of these wonderful magazine pages. And there's that wonderful bookkeeping, stenography, and commercial courses from Scranton, Pennsylvania. I'm sure I have that wrong. I only think of The Office when I think of Scranton. This marbled page here is from an 1856 book. Then I know the requester of this journal loves these marbled pages, so I pulled that out of a book for him. And this wonderful old postcard. It's so old I could not find a date. So we think it is 1910, December 8th, 1910. Okay, and another fantastic image here it's vintage. It is not super old. It's from 1978, but it's a reproduction of a great painting. And over here, I've put in this hilarious postcard from England. I kept it in the wrapper I bought it in, to protect it. And that's from 1924. Isn't that great? And a very old map. This one is of Thailand, Singapore, Indonesia, Philippines. And this came out of the almanac, the French almanac, which is just a hilarious gentleman's comic. And this lovely photograph here, a boy who is dressed very well, and another laughing dragon, fun image there. And another one of those 1890s images here. And this I just thought was fun. Another one of those 1890s images. I put way more in than I promised. And I'm happy I did, because I really like them in here. And this is just the cover of a book that was dilapidated and falling apart. So I just glued it onto another piece of antique paper to save it. I thought it was wonderful. And just some more bits in here for surprise extras. And this is a stereoscope from 1898. And somebody did write on in the back, but that is not the date of the stereoscope. And just another one, the back of that wonderful bookkeeping book. And here is just a great page of a gymnast. And this actually came out of a gymnastics brochure, or program, I think I want to say. Just another piece in here. Don't forget to check the pockets for little surprises. And the back of the almanac here. And I just stuffed in another pocket. These pages are from the 1910 era. And a very old postcard here from 1909. And another 1966 print. So it's a vintage postcard, but really cool. Not super old, but very cool. So there you go. I hope you enjoy it. And I do take commissions. So if you have a special journal that you would like, please message me, Laura at hyperstamper.com. Thanks.